again. Again.
And this is the story of
So what we got tonight?
Mr Funny.
Now you're going to know these. Oh, it's not gone funny again, is it? Look at my hair. It's going funny, look.
And this is a story called
Mr Funny.
Mr Funny. And he's so funny. And
Mr
look at the
Funny.
page. It is funny.
Yes.
But say what I am. I'm funny.
You're funny. Can you... Look, it's going funny.
So which one?
You just talk to the kids for a minute and I'll be back.
Oh,
Don't press any buttons.
do you know Daddy's going? He's just going to go in his bathroom right over there. Do you see it? You can see it, can't you? I'm sorry, I think we are not going to do this because it's a little funny. So I think we should read it. But you could wait for Daddy and become like me, but I can't talk to you. That's why. Okay. Maybe kind of like that. Because I don't need it. Right. I'm actually so sorry. I'll just make it low. So every time I think that he's coming back now. So yeah, he's coming back.
I'm back.
Can you see him? Right there with the duck.
I'm back. How's the video going?
Good. I just talked to them.
Is it going alright?
Kids. Yeah.
There we go, right. Thanks. Right.
Can I have them out, Rams?
Oh yeah, I'm going to do that in a minute. Yeah.
Ow.
Right.
Ow.
Now, actually, if you look at our other videos, guys, we have read a lot of Mr. Men books, haven't we?
Yeah. Let me show them.
No, let's not show. Let's sit here.
There's like 100 books.
Yes.
We read it.
There is loads, like this many. Now.
Yeah, like this many.
Now, all of the other Mr. Men books are small.
Yeah, and
Look at the size of this one.
We have got this big book now.
Yeah, but I don't know whether this video's playing up again.
So we can. Right, this is the story of the first Christmas, and this is called.
I was saying how big this Mr. Men book is. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, there's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza, a hole, will you fix it, dear Amber, Oh, it's not a bucket, there's a hole in my book, show 'em. Oh, there's a hole in the page.
And look.
Oh no.
We didn't rip that.
Who did that?
I think it was, I think it's old. That's why it's ripped.
Well, this is a big Mr. Men book.
Wait a
Look at the
minute.
size
I got
of
an
it.
idea. I got an idea. I think it was from a baby's house and she chewed it.
It might have been from a baby's house. Look at the size of this Mr. Men book. It's bigger than my head.
Yeah.
And normally the Mr. Men books, if you've got any, are really small. This one's massive. I've got the Malwams here, thank you very much. Can I have those two, Malwam? Thank you very much.
And look at these Malwams.
Yeah, Malwam, give me the Malwams, thank you.
Daddy, hold my Malwam.
I want, tell them.
Doesn't
Get. Never say I want, do we?
No.
We start the sentence with what?
May I?
Yes. Say it. May I? Yes.
Can I have?
Yes. A.
Please.
Please. Or please. You can start with please. You
Or-
never start with. Tell them.
Can I have this now? I want.
Never. I want never gets. Say it. I want never gets. Yes.
And it's the pear.
What is it? Lemon.
Can I have the other one? And you can have
Yeah,
the
when
last
you've
one.
eaten that one, we're going to talk about Mr. Funny upsets Mr. Fussy. Now, I know that we've read this book, so if this video's not working, check out our other videos. If we haven't, we're reading it again because it's a big version. By Roger Hargreaves. Okay. This is a school book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mr. Funny lives in a teapot-shaped house. He drives a shoe-shaped car. And he has a teacup-shaped bath. Look at him in the bath. Look, guys.
That's absolutely so funny.
That is funny. We don't have baths in teacups, do we?
We have like a normal bath.
Yeah, he is in the teacup. And it's a stripy teacup.
That's a normal bath, isn't it?
Yeah, now Mr. Fussy lives in a very ordinary house, so he's got an ordinary bath. And he drives a normal car, and his bath is very ordinary. Very ordinary bath indeed. Now, does that look like the kind of bath that you have a bath in, guys? Yes. Same as yours, darling?
Yeah, our
Yeah.
bath is like that.
Okay. Mr. Funny is a very funny fellow. He's nearly as funny as me. So funny that when he pulls one of his funny faces, you just can't help but laugh. Mr. Fussy is very serious. Very serious about keeping everything neat and tidy and spick and span. That's a funny face, isn't it? Look at that. Do you think that's a funny face?
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Funny lives at the very end of Long Lane and Mr. Fussy lives halfway down Long Lane. So whenever Mr. Funny goes out for a drive in his shoe car, he has to pass by Mr. Fussy's house. Are you laughing? Do you know what's coming?
Yeah,
Every time Amber's hair gets in my stubble. Ho, 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 ho. Every time that Mr. Funny passes Mr. Fussy, he pulls one of his funny faces.
I'm not sure if the kids are meeting the Malwam.
No, and as hard as he tries, Mr. Fussy can't help laughing. He laughs so much that he ends up having accidents.
Ho, ho, ho.
Like the time that he was mowing his lawn. He laughed so much that he ruined all his nice straight lines. They went all curly-whirly. He couldn't hold the mower, could he? Look. Look at him laughing.
Yeah, he went.
He started straight, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he come up here, look. He started laughing there, didn't he? Look, it went squiggly. And when he was cleaning his windows, he laughed so much he fell off his ladder and squashed his prized pumpkin. Oh! Can you make that noise?
Oh.
Yes, look, he squashed it. Took him months to grow that pumpkin, so big it was. that he laughed so much he fell off the ladder and squashed it.
Remember that book?
Mr Greedy, yeah, we've got Mr Greedy on here as well. Check out the other videos.
And look at that one.
Mr Messy, yeah, Mr Mischief, Mr Small, yeah, we got them all. Mr Small, we got them all. Now, where were we? Because we've lost the page. Done that. Pumpkin fell off the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that one, yeah, good. And he burnt his shoelaces whilst he was ironing them. He's still laughing. He's laughing so much, darling, isn't he? Oh, look what's happened.
Look.
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 Mr Fussy was fed up. Look, Amber. Can you do that face? Show them.
I can't.
You can't do a sad face.
You do it.
You do it. Perfect. Perfect. But then he had an idea. Do you know what his idea was? He put up a sign on the lane just before his house, and it read, "Please beep your horn." That should work, he said to himself.
What stinks?
Beep
Beep.
your horn.
Horn.
On the car. You know when you press the steering wheel,
Yeah.
it goes beep, beep. He's put, "Please beep your horn." The idea was that if Mr Funny beeped his horn, Mr Fussy would have some warning. He could stop wherever he was going. Come back, please.
I'm going to get them.
No, you're not. Thank you very much. You can have one after the story. Thank you.
That looks like a whistle.
Let's see. Look, he's not posting. Look, he's not.
Oh, you picked my
Oh, not again. I didn't do this again, did I? Have we got this on the videos? If you watch all of our videos, you're going to see me accidentally poke Amber in the eye, aren't you? With the corner of the book. Oh, God. Oh, dear me. The next day, Mr Funny was driving down the lane as usual when he saw Mr Fussy's sign. So he bibbed his horn, "Whip, whip," and stopped his shoe car outside Mr Fussy's gate. Mr Fussy had not reckoned on the sound that Mr Funny's car horn would make. No. It wasn't a normal horn, was it?
Look, it's going again.
It's all right. It doesn't go beep. Oh no, it makes a silly noise, like a raspberry noise.
I can do that.
Go on then.
Be quiet.
Perfect. That's the noise that the car made. Mr Fussy was outside in his coal bunker, stacking his coal in very neat rows. Mr Fussy didn't like untidy piles of coal. And when Mr Fussy heard that sound that Mr Funny's car made, he started to giggle. Because there's smoke as well. And he chuckled and he laughed so much that he fell over his neatly stacked coal pile. I know. Come back, please. We're nearly done it. Once he had recovered from his laughing fit, he stormed out of the coal bunker. He was covered from head to foot in coal, and he was furious. Do you know what furious means?
That means he looks scary.
He's angry.
He's angry.
angry. Look, he's angry. He stormed.
Remember this, Daddy?
He stormed over to Mr. Funny. That's the most ridiculous car horn I've ever heard, he yelled at Mr. Funny. Well, there's a reason for that, Mr. Funny said. It's because it's not a car horn, it's a
Hole.
shoehorn. Ha 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 ha. He laughed. And even Mr. Fussy had to admit that was quite funny. Would you agree? That's the story of Mr. Funny. Now you can have a meow one. Once you say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, bye, bye.
We will be here soon.
Let's-
Hello, bye.
Let's not shake it around.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
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 Bye.